morning and welcome to Sea Fishing with CJ. We're out on the boat again, just heading down the river now. Got a good friend of mine, Jason, with me. First time out on my boat, so hopefully we can put him on the fish. Ferry's just manoeuvring out of the harbour, so we have got a green, white, green light showing, but I've cleared it with the harbour master and I'm okay to follow the ferry out. So nice weather. See the smoke coming up from the incinerator there, going straight up in the air, which is nice to see. So very little wind. Hopefully we're going to have a good day. Boats went out yesterday, bit of a mixed bag, but there was a very nice bullass. Very nice bullass caught yesterday. So, and they had a few tope as well. So let's hope that's what we're going to catch today. I know Jason would like to catch some bream, and we're going to be trying for that. Try for some smooth hounds. Got plenty of crabs with me again. We can see if we can find some smooth hounds, find some wrasse, find a conger eel or two. A lot of that will depend upon us getting some fresh mackerel, but yeah, there is mackerel out there. It's just they're a little bit reluctant at the moment. So anyway, good day. What could go wrong? Got plenty of fuel. And there's people talking to New Haven Harbour now, and there's the ferry heading off to Deer.
Morning, yeah. Am I clear to leave the harbour, please? Yes, you're all clear to depart.
And
on your way out, can you keep your speed down to minimum? We've got claiming to East King. Yes, understood. Keep speed down. Thank you. Time that out.
yeah, we're doing 5.1 knots, 5.2 knots. You can see the harbour lights now. I don't know if you're going to see them on the camera, but they've gone green, green, white, which means it's clear to enter or leave the harbour because the ferry's now finished manoeuvring. See if I can get a closer shot of that. Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Right, well, we've come out on a wreck. We've had a few drifts on it, just so to pick up some mackerel, if nothing else, but nothing. The water's got quite a lot of colour to it. It's not as bad as it was inshore, but it has got colour to it. So we're going to drop the anchor now. And the way I have my anchor, I have all my anchor warp at the back of the boat in a big bucket. It's there for a reason. If I have to shed my anchor because there's a ship bearing down on me and I haven't got time to draw my anchor in, it means I can chuck the whole lot over the side. It's not going to go anywhere because it's going to be suspended underneath this buoy, so I can come back and pick it up later. But it means I can get it out of the way of the ship. Anchor warp here, chain, anchor's got a trip on it, so that if it gets hooked up in the wreck or something, hopefully that will snap out and it will bring the anchor up backwards. And then we have a dog rope or lazy buoy here which pulls the anchor around to the front of the boat. That's the plan. We'll see how we go. So if I get the Jason the camera, we're going to steam up tide, find our location. I'm going to drop the anchor and then go for it. So we're steaming up tide of the wreck. All those little purple dots are where is the lie of the wreck. I want to be about, I don't know, 100 metres up tide of that when I drop the anchor. The scale you can see at the bottom there is 50 metres to about a centimetre at the moment. So I want to be, I don't know, a couple of centimetres up tide, maybe a little bit more than that to allow for the anchor to sink. And then we're going to drop back into the wreck hopefully. So I want to be somewhere around about there, I reckon. Yeah, okay, ready? The ordinary ring. going to put a peg using a clove hitch onto the anchor warp. That is so that the buoy on the ordinary ring is up side of the boat, it's not underneath the bow of the boat, just means it's a little bit more controllable. The anchor warp clips onto the lazy boy now, so I can draw that up to the front of the boat. So we're now attached to the anchor by the front of the boat. We'll drop back on the tide, tie up the anchor. So there's the anchor warp attached onto that cleat and the lazy boy attached onto that cleat, and we're just swinging back at the moment. Wind is blowing us a little bit off the drift, but we'll swing round onto that buoy and we'll be anchoring, so we're fishing back into the wreck. And you can see amongst all those scribbles, that little arrow is me. I'm gradually dropping back on the tide, and all the little purple marks is the wreck. So once we swing round and we're hanging back on the anchor warp, we're going to be nicely positioned to be fishing back into the wreck, about 50 metres up tide from the wreck maybe. Remembering that's the peaks of the wreck, and so there's wreckage ahead of that. Looks like some mackerel here. Okay, we can cut the engine for a bit of peace and quiet. Lovely. So that's how it's done. There's the buoy out up tide of the boat, and we're swinging around so that we will be facing into the tide. And when we fish, we're going to be fishing back towards the wreck. We don't want to be fishing into the wreck because that just leads to lots of lost tackle. We want to be fishing so that we've got our baits down in front of the wreck. We have got some frozen mackerel, so we can put a conger bait down. We've got a little bit of worm, so we can put some bream baits down, and we've got some crab, so we can get the mighty wrasse. Yeah, lovely. Let's get fishing. Jason might be into a fish. Oh, ape out him. Oh. Yeah. Well, skunk's out of the boat. Yeah. And this is one conger bait. Actually, we might keep it with conger bait. Back down here. Well, not the target species, but a fish nonetheless. The skunk is out of the boat, which is always a good sign. And I'm going to flapper that pouting up and put it back down as a conger bait, I think. Okay, well, I've got a small pouting as a flapper bait on here. Something on here, if it's an eel, it's not a big. Oh, hello, what we got? Oh no, we got a taupe. Nice taupe. Might need to get that net out if you can. Cheers. Oh, I didn't like the net. Ah! That's right, yeah. It was going to get put back anyway. Nice one though.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yes, he's got a bend in his rod. Three of them.
A trio.
A trio. Seagulls are queuing up for them. You alright unhooking them, or do you want me to do it? What Jason's fishing with is baited mackerel feathers, because we're hoping that there's some bream down there, and it definitely works with bream. But at the moment it's just catching pouting. Seagull's trying hard to get that pouting in its mouth, but failing miserably. Great blackback's going in to have a go. I've had a little knock in, but just been my imagination. Yeah, unfortunately the pouting, when they come up from that depth, their swim bladders are blown out, so they're not going to survive really. I'm not getting pouting on the crab. The pouting will take crab as well, hard shells. We'll keep the bottom one, the little one, for bait. Oh, that's alright, get rid of the big one. Creaky chair. Oh, got a rattle on my crab. Oh, definitely.
Station, this is Nova Coast Boy. Maritime safety information forecast for the Baltic aerial and vessels west of Dungeness. Listen, VHF channel 62. This is Nova Coast Guard.
That might be my bait gone from that. No, hello. Something on there, pouting maybe. Maybe not, don't know. Yeah, you'd think that pouting wouldn't go for hard shell crab, but they do. I guess they go for everything. But in this case, it's gone for it and taken it. I'm going to say, I'm going to declare that was a wrasse. Just for wishful thinking. Let's try a smaller one. Ooh, rattling knock then. That makes smacks of pouting being that soon. Ooh, hello. Ooh, it doesn't feel like a pouting. I think we have a Walter the wrasse on. God, it's fighting hard. Coming up a bit more quiet now, so maybe it was a big pouting, I don't know, but sometimes the wrasse blow out as well, actually. Spin bladder out. Here we go. Woo, nice wrasse. Oh, nice wrasse. Very nice wrasse. Look at that boy. Look at that bad boy. I don't know if it looks like the camera's pointing at this fish or not. It's actually got quite a nice blue eye. Yeah?
3 pound, I think.
2, maybe 3. It's solid. You do us a favour, can you get the other camera and just do a quick shot of that? Just all you do is just press the top button once. Yeah, and it should go beep beep beep. Yeah, that's it. We should just take this one in. Right, let's get him back. And just press the button again once. Big pouting.
Sorry.
Around this one, sure. Been knocking away and banging on there for quite a while, that is. Yeah, nice little tope. I don't want it to bite me, because they have got a set of old nostrils on them. Let's get it back in. Woo, where he went, like a rocket. Thank you. Right, it looks like we've got a stowaway. Is it still there? Is it still there?
Yeah.
We have a stowaway. Right, we're going to lift the anchor on the Orkney boy. Jason can hold on to that. You're towing the anchor underneath the buoy, that you're still connected at the front of the boat. You don't let the lazy boy out until you're sure you've got the anchor floating underneath the buoy. The reason for that being is if your engine faltered as you're steaming up tide, you don't want to be attached to the anchor by the side of your boat, because you suddenly turn side on into the sea and it could be quite dangerous. So the worst thing that happen is that you just drop back onto your anchor. And there's the anchor. Whew. Very left.